She can jump 13 feet high, 30 feet far, and even lions can't catch her. But a 3 foot wall, that keeps her trapped. Not because she can't jump, but because she can't see where she'll land. I'm Stephanie Oden. I'm unpacking something I discovered about the African Impala and why it's a perfect mirror for every introvert woman who knows how powerful she is, but keeps standing behind walls that she can easily clear. I was her. And if you've been waiting for permission, waiting for the full picture, waiting to feel ready, this is for you. We're not shy, we're not timid, we're not needing to be fixed. We're an introvert, and that is our superpower. I uncovered slash discovered something blew me away. There's an animal in South Africa called the African Impala. And if you've never seen one, it reminds me of a gazelle, like beautiful and graceful. It's about, 3 feet tall and anywhere from 88 to 168 pounds. But here's one thing about the impala that most people do not know. In the wild, breathtaking, breathtaking. Like that gazelle look, right? She can jump 13 feet high, 30 feet out. She doesn't go around obstacles. She literally goes over them. And like she flies in full flight. Even lions can't catch her. Cheetahs can't catch her. She's that fast. She's that powerful. And she's built for movement. Just let that sit. Like let that sit. Like she's that powerful, that breathtaking, that fast, can jump that high, can jump that far from straight, right? Jump from straight, not long jump, but jump from straight. Can clear 3 times her height in a single bound. And that maneuver itself it outsmarts a whole bunch of predators that, I've talked about the cheetah. They're fastest on earth, right? She is, by every measure, extraordinary. But there's another version to the story. In a zoo, that same impala, same legs, same muscles, same DNA, same power can be kept behind a 3 foot wall. 3 feet. Like 3 feet. An animal that can jump 13 feet is stuck behind 3 feet. And here's the reason. Not because of an injury, not because they've sedated her, not because of a weakness. It's not that the wall is even electric, but there's an invisible barrier. She stays there because she can't see where she'll land. That's it. If an impala can't see the other side, if she can't picture what's on the other side of the wall, she won't jump. She won't even try. She just stays. When I first heard this, for a moment, I thought it was interesting. And then I thought, this isn't just interesting. Like, I felt this. I felt this because I thought, wow, that's been me. That was me for years. And if you're listening right now and something just tightened in your throat, if you caught that, if your eyes were like, oh my gosh, really, it might be you too. Let's talk about it. Let's get real. Let's talk about how many of us are standing behind 3 foot walls right now. Not because you're not capable, not because you don't have the skills, the knowledge, the experience, the intelligence, the vision, but because nobody showed you where the landing is, what the landing looks like. Nobody said, here's what it looks like on the other side for someone like you. Not the extrovert, not the loud one, not the one with 50,000 followers and a ring light in every room. You, the quiet one, the deep thinker, the one that's been strategizing in her journal. I know. I see you. For 3 years. Nobody painted the picture. I get it. I get it. So you stayed. I can relate. I stayed in a career that I knew was shrinking me. I stayed in business models that exhausted me because I felt like I was supposed to be there. That's what they all did. And here's the one that just punches you. And if you're an introvert like me, it's going to get you. I'm saying it because I was you. This is your cold water moment. We stayed invisible because being visible looked like something that wasn't built for how we are wired. And here's what I need to say out loud because you need to hear today. The wall is not you being an introvert. Let me say it again. The wall is not your being an introvert. The wall is that lie that says you have to operate like an extrovert to succeed. It's that lie that says visibility means being loud and visibility means always being on. It's that lie that says building income, an additional stream of income, means chasing people on Facebook all day, getting on the phone with strangers, doing cold DMs, letting your fingers cramp, right? They're cramping. That was never your wall. That was somebody else's zoo. And they put you in it. And you thought you were supposed to be in it. But let me tell you about my zoo. Because I lived in one for a long time. 30 years in corporate. I climbed, I performed, I delivered. I sat in the senior leadership rooms and I brought strategy and I brought results that moved the needle. Strategy discussions that determine what would be mission and values, what would be the absolutes, what would be the policy that other people would say. I got downsized twice. And the thing about downsizing is it doesn't care about how good you are. It doesn't care about how quiet. It doesn't care about how powerful you've been. It doesn't care about how well you perform. It just happens. And you're standing outside the building wondering what just happened? What was it all for? What happened to the life that I built? So I tried other things. I did brick and mortar and was successful at that until life circumstances and a physical issue caused me to have to pivot. Okay. I did network marketing, did very well, got in the top 2% of the company, and I shifted. I tried an affiliate marketing opportunity and it didn't work. I found one that did work. I'll share more on that later. But the other one didn't work. I made mistakes that have cost me money and time and sleep and energy. And because I had all of those start stops, face plants, I would hear this voice in my head and be like, well, maybe you're not the type for this because I'm not loud. I'm not the one that's dominating the stages. I don't chase people. I share what I offer with passion, but I'm not a hype person. And I've never been that person. I will never be that person. But for years, I thought that was a problem, and it's not. The problem was that I was an impala in a zoo built for lions. The walls were never tall enough to hold me. I was trying to jump into a landing that wasn't designed for me. The moment I stopped trying to see their landing and started building my own, because the problem was they had a landing and they could see it because it was how they were wired, but I couldn't see that because that wasn't how I was wired. But once I started looking at my own, everything changed. Now, not overnight. I will not tell you that anything that we're doing, and whether it's leadership or entrepreneurship, or going after your passion project, it is not going to be overnight. It's not going to be some dramatic fireworks and confetti, but slowly, steadily, and sometimes subtle and suddenly, it's like you find that anchor on the ocean floor and you start building signals instead of chasing. You start looking at, okay, what is the system? So systems start to be your place to land. And you create structures in your business and in your life that attract and they don't exhaust you. And as I started trusting my own story, my quiet, imperfect, messy middle, winding, beautiful story, I realized that that was enough to start. So now I want to talk about you. Yes, you. The one that's listening where you are right now. Maybe in your car, maybe on a walk, maybe in your kitchen pretending like you're doing dishes, but you're really thinking about this thing that you have the vision to build. I see you. I want to ask you something. And I want you to answer it honestly, even if it's just in your head. What is your 3 foot wall? Is it belief that you need to figure it all out before you start? Is it fear of putting yourself out there because the last time you tried, it didn't work? Is it the lie that I don't have a big enough audience, or I don't have enough followers, or I don't have enough credentials, or maybe more confidence before you have permission to move? Is it hours that you don't have because you're pouring everything into a job that gives you a paycheck, but it really doesn't feed your purpose? Whatever it is, I want you to hear this. You're not behind that wall because you're not ready. You're behind it because no one has shown you what the other side looks like for someone who moves the way we move. And I'm here to tell you, I've seen both sides. The other side is real and it's not loud and it's not chaotic. It's not built on hustle and hype. It's built on clarity. It's built on strategy. It's built on systems that protect your peace, that grow your income at the same time. And here's what I believe with everything in me: courage comes before confidence. It's already in you. When you think about that African Impala, remember, it was already in her. That ability to leap straight up, that ability to leap far, it's already in there. And when you think about you, it's already in you. You have the credentials, right? You have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have the thing in you that somebody else is waiting for you to shine your light so that they can see the place that they need to come. You don't have to wait till you feel ready. You take the step, and then the readiness shows up every single time. I'm not saying it won't be wobbly. It might be, but it will show up. I was thinking one of the things that I saw in my morning meditation was he will make my crooked path straight. What's so interesting that occurred to me is when you think about the path, often in the path, we don't notice that the path is crooked. We typically don't notice that the path is crooked until we look back at the path. When we're in the path, when we're truly taking step after step after step, we're just taking the next step. Your movement is often going to come before the motivation. The movement often creates the motivation. You don't wait for the fire, you strike the match. The fire comes because you've moved. And you've done hard things before. I know you have. I know you have. If you're listening, I know you have done hard things before. Don't worry about if your hard thing is not as hard as somebody else's hard thing. I'm just saying you've done hard things before, which means you can do them again. You've survived disappointments. You've survived discouragement. You may even have survived downsizing like I have. You survived burnout. You survived businesses that didn't work. You survived decisions that you wish you could take back and do over. You survived seasons that nobody has clapped for you and you kept going anyway. You have been jumping your whole life. You just didn't call it that. So stop looking at the wall like it's taller than you. It's 3 feet, baby. It's 3 feet. You were built for 13. You don't need to see every step. You don't need a 10-year plan. You don't need a perfect website. You don't need a huge following. You just need the next step. One step. And the willingness to trust what you're made of. That's the leap. That is the leap. And you know what? You don't have to jump alone. That's the other thing about the Impala. She runs in a herd. She's not out there solo. She's surrounded by others who moves the way she moves, that understands her rhythm, who aren't asking her to be a lion, who want to grow their income and grow their business, grow their visibility without sacrificing peace, your energy, or your authenticity. We have coaching, we have masterminds, we have strategic training, and we have the kind of support that doesn't drain you, actually fuels you. No forced networking, no spotlight pressure, no performing. So if this stirs something in you and you felt that yes in your chest, you can check it out in the show notes. I do want to leave you this. The wall is not taller than you. It was never taller than you. You may have just needed this to help you see that there's another side. And now that you've seen it, you cannot unsee it. You're not behind, you're becoming. Your quiet is not a limitation, it's a language, and the right people will hear it. We didn't come to conform, we came to transmit. So stop staring at the wall. You were built to clear it.